Hey YouTube, Drudge Joker here, and honestly, I got a problem with this. So I picked this up at the same store I got my other one at. This was technically almost 2.5 months ago now. Actually, exactly 2 months ago by the time I finished recording. And I have a severe problem with these figures. But this one is special. Because, now, take a good look at that box. See all the lines on that figure? See also how that beam saber in the back looks nothing like the unicorn's beam saber? Well, let's zoom out and get this shit show started. So, let me just plop him down here and getting him to stand to the shore. Listen, you will stand, or I will put blue tack on you until you do stand. So, unlike the Wing Gundam, his shield actually works. The reason being is because of the way that connector is designed. You're going to notice one thing about this. There's a lot of missing detail. Like, a lot. They did the head, and after that it's like, who cares, we're not going to... Nobody's going to notice that we didn't line a damn thing, even though we molded all the channels in. Give it a quick spin. You'll notice they did sections of it and completely forgot other sections. This is one of those rare times where I can say this. They designed a lemon here. Because this right here has the minus the hands, because the hands on the master grades don't really work that well to begin with. The exact same articulation as every other unicorn they've ever made that is not the RG or the perfect grade. Bandai, what the fuck did you do? So you cut corners to the point where the detail is now gone. His neck, by the way, you're looking at his neck all the way up, so he is permanently looking down by the way he is designed. There is no forward. So even when you do get in there to actually see his face, you're like, oh hey, look, you can actually see his face. It's actually kind of well designed. Except if you zoom into where you can see the quality control issues on these things, because these things are plagued by quality control issues. I've already tried fixing this figure once. There is no fixing one section of this. Here's what I mean by this is bad. Okay, so on the market right now for unicorns, let's just go with figures. You've got, and I'm not talking metal builds, because I'm not touching metal builds, because those are more expensive than the perfect grades, and they are about the size of high grades. Maybe a little bit bigger. No. Not for $300. Bite me. You designed this based on what is now supposed to be the poster boy for Gundam and Gunpla in general. However, you designed its proportions based on the high grade, but you tried to incorporate the master grade's level of detailing, so that's already a problem. You cut too many corners, you've changed the beam sabers, you've given him 4 beam sabers, which he does have, but you've only given him 2 blades, as usual. You have completely removed the ability to use the beam tonfa, even though you can remove the handles. What the hell? You've designed it in such a way that teases us to the point where it's like, hey, we might make a full armor version one day, and I'm like, oh, cool. So you're going to make a brick based on a brick. Sweet. But the high grade, which costs $20. The master grade, which costs between $50 and $200, depending on where you're shopping, or what version you're looking at. And this figure, which retails for $24.95 US dollars, all have the exact same level of articulation. And if you ask me which is the best one to get, 9 out of 10 times, I'm probably going to say the high grade. I am not bashing on the Unicorn Gundam. I very much like the character. I am bashing on Bandai, who can't seem to grasp the concept of their own character. And, you know, I absolutely love this. Look, we've decided to paint the shield, you know, the Psycho Frame part, and we forgot that the Psycho Frame is double-sided. Brilliant. So you're making more work for us, and a lot of us don't like this stuff in the beginning. Then we have mounted the ball joints for the wrist. I actually had to pull this one out because the hands actually mount like this. That is the definition of straight for this character's hands, because this section was printed at a 45-degree angle and not at a straight-on one like the Master Grade is. So that means when this thing aims, if it's going to aim straight, it's got to aim out like this to the side. I do like the part that they painted. The beam magnum is probably the best designed part of this. It's strong but flexible. It has to hold its arm like that, which looks normal until you look at it from the front and realize that if he pulls that trigger, he's going to completely destroy his elbow with the recoil from that thing. I don't agree with the way they designed this. So if you are looking to get one of these things, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this, get the Banshee. You're going to get the exact same articulation either way. The Banshee is just overall the better figure because, number one, it's black, so all this detail you would see regardless, because anything that hits black, you know, just goes with it. The gold works so much better on it. You don't have to deal with the shield. The beam smart gun on the Banshee was recreated because it's the Episode 5 version, not the Episode 7 version. Thank God. I don't want another one of these. Like, specifically this one. If it was like this, no. But the Banshee from Episode 5, that version, you know what, that's Wave 2. That one's probably fine. Articulation on this thing. You got the beam sabers. They can rotate up here because they're on the peg. They also move back and forth because they're on a ball joint. They can wiggle, waggle, do everything a ball joint does. This one's extremely loose on mine. Elbows. No matter what you're doing, you're looking at the full bend. 90 degrees total on the elbows. You've got that... Oh, God, I love that sound. I love when that, you know, that plastic vinyl sound just... Oh, God, it's like somebody having a seizure on top of a squeaky toy. Ball joint for the shield, probably the best designed one because makes posing the shield total joy. And this thing squeaks everywhere. The arms can do a full 360, depending on how you have everything aimed. Yay, I guess. Actually, I forgot one. It's this, the high grade, the master grade, the SDCS unicorn with the CS frame, and the mega size unicorn. They all got the same articulation. Bandai, you done goofed. And trust me, we're all wishing you had just made a goof. Which, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Wave 4. Because in Wave 3, we're getting the Easy 8, which means down the line, we're probably going to get the Goof Custom. Oh god, they're making a brick based on a brick. Again. But we've got 45-degree hips and a 90-degree knee. You know what, I'm going to give it that because that's pretty much all it can do in the first place. This section down here is a soft vinyl material that has been painted and coated, and it is malleable like a fresh stick of gum. parts down here, pain in the butt to work with. Ankles. You got... Yeah. So there's the outward bend. There's the inward bend. You're looking at maybe 10 to 15 degrees, max. Then, one of these hips, like it's ball jointed, one of them, if you're lucky enough to get one that works at all, can do this and rotate. The one on this side is fused. I have taken this leg off. I have pried this joint apart. I have done everything short of applying WD-40 to it. It's not loosening up. So mine, I'm glad I got cheap, because if I had paid full price for this, I would have returned it immediately. If you have any horror stories you wish to share with me about these things, or if you've just experienced the same level of quality control I have, please leave a comment down below. I will be more than happy to share in your pain. If you would like to vent, talk to me directly, etc. There is a link to join my personal Discord group in the description. If you're willing to join, please. I have some special events planned there that will only take place in the group, which as of right now is a bit of a upside downside. And at the moment, there is a lot of fun to be had. So if you are excited for Wave 3, have a favorite character they have announced that you're hoping won't be ruined, but by the time you get it, that smile's turned into the same scowl anybody from Soul Eater has when somebody mentions Excalibur, please leave a comment. Join me in the group. Thank you very much for watching, listening to me rant, and me comparing the brick to another brick. Have a good one. Peace.